Oh, so y'all want a makeover, huh? Oh, so y'all want a psychic reading along with the this is my partner tease, huh? Oh, this episode, the elimination felt a little strange. And why are we hearing a song that we've already heard on season 1 that was not asked for redemption, honey? Cue my theme music.
Listen.
Yeah! Yes, God! Oh. Get that out of there! Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Do me a favor and hit that like button, share, and subscribe to my channel. Become a part of my Rant Pack family. And to my Rant Pack people, love you. Remember, we have a panel, The Panel, tomorrow with special guest Dieter Ritz. So make sure to tune in Sunday, 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. I didn't do that right. 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. So that way we can join the chat. You know, we do highlight comments. And yes, we have a lot to talk about that happened this past week. A lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and get my social medias out the way so we can get on to this episode. You can follow me at MattyRants on both Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. I am bookable on Cameo. You can also find me on Twitter at @MattyRants. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, please and thank you. All donations are muy importante and necessary as I'm now about to buy a new car. Well, not a new car. Definitely not a new car. I'm about to buy a cheap little cash car, but I need honey, A and B. We try to get the A and B and start these job opportunities up. So Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants, and PayPal.me/MattyRants. You guys, this episode was actually, I liked it. I did. It seemed, yeah, it was a pretty good episode. There were a couple of questionable things as far as judging that was concerned that I really wasn't feeling. I think I just want to highlight key points of this episode while still being able to tie everything together. So let's start. Coming back into the workroom after Elliot with 2 T's elimination, you know, the queens are sort of feeling it, but at the same time, Utica's like hyped. Bitch, I did that lip sync. I know I was slaying it. And she's looking like, what did y'all think? Like, how was it? I mean, wasn't it an adrenaline feel to be out there and to be on that stage? And Candy Muse is just looking at everybody, this bitch right here. No, that shit wasn't cute. Girl, we about to go home. Then we wouldn't be doing this no more. I like that Utica was so upbeat about the lip syncing because to me, that's one of my favorite parts of the show. At the same time, I can respect Candy and feel like, yeah, girl, like we're trying to get to the top 4. I'm not trying to be out here looking crazy, lip syncing a whole bunch of times and then getting sent home early. Now, the next day, the queens return back into the workroom. Of course, Denali is getting a lot of screen time this episode, which is normally an indicator of, and that's not shade to Denali. We look at the formula. Either she was going to win this episode based on that time, or she was going to be put in a bad position. Normally, that's just how the story rolls out. So, anywho, Rupaul comes into the workroom here. I actually enjoyed this brown suit with this blouse underneath. Then Rupaul says, wait, I got something special for you here. It's not even really a mini challenge. They just dropped them in front of a psychic on stage with a bunch of nice comfy couches. I hope they were comfy because the workroom benches and stuff don't give me, you know, ooh, my ass feels great. Now this psychic here, honey, okay. I know some of y'all believe in this stuff, so I'm not going to sit there and hate, and that's not my purpose. That's not what I'm here to do. That's not what I'm here to do. However, now I'm going to look at somebody sideways and they're going to tell me that my dead father is actually up here in a pickup truck talking to me from his truck. Maybe she transported to the area where the man was. I thought she said that truck was pulled up, girl. I was like, wait. Then we get this, we get Utica, girl. C ring a bell. Did you have an animal? A cow. Her name was Clara. That's right. Like, but I can totally see Utica feeding baby cows and milk, you know, like nursing baby cows. Like, I thought that was actually a sweet image, but I was Denali's face this entire time. Like, girl, so you just so happened to have this like pulled together. You got here. And again, not to knock the profession, but you know, there are some people who are out there playing with those abilities that are not very much that. So Not to knock anything from her, I just was like, this is not my favorite segment that they've ever done. But the Denali and Rosie, do y'all like each other question? Denali was, yeah, I guess. And Rosie, yeah, boyfriend. But yeah, I thought that was cute. Even got Mick and Candy had this moment. Yeah, girl, wait, that's my bitch. All that kind of good stuff. And, the psychic. RuPaul somehow finds out or feels these queens are ready to come back to the workroom. So she snaps her fingers. They returned. Oh my God, RuPaul's Drag Race, the magic. After they return back into the workroom, RuPaul states that the psychic has told them who they need to be paired up with, and that would be, they would work the best, I guess, or balance off of each other, right? So Gottmik and Candy being a group, I was like, of course, they're already Judy's. That was gonna happen. Rosie and Tinaberner felt like a setup for Rosie. Then we have Denali and Olivia, which I thought, okay, this is an interesting little group together. They're both very positive people in certain aspects and different forms. Simone and Utica was another one, and that one we all felt like, okay, this could either be top tier, S-class, or this could be DF, the fuckery. I was concerned, but I also had faith in my Seventh-day Adventist sister, as well as the Simone. After saying all those groups, because that's low-key 4, bitch, there are only 8 people left. Okay, this season's rolling somewhere, because girl, it felt like it was going on for a goddamn minute. I said, bitch, when are we gonna get somewhere? Like, send these babies home. No, I don't want to say that to these queens, because I could be in that position years from now, but still, it's like, oh... It's been a very long season. So the Maxi Challenge, which is the makeover challenge this week, has them doing each other's makeovers. And not just simply doing a face and giving them some clothes. No, they need to embody the queen who is painting them. So this is going to be a little tough. But also, I think they did this not just because of quarantine, of course. I mean, that definitely had a lot to do with it, obviously. But this also had something to do with them being there so long together. Like, imagine all those episodes they shared where no one went home. You know people. You start to get to understand them a little bit better. Like, your respect level either goes high or low. You get a little gist of who they are. And I think they paired teams the way they did based on either they didn't have as much interactions as other people, or they had the best kind of interactions and it just wasn't being utilized properly. However they put it together, it is what it is. Talk about the groups real quick here and just like how the dynamic worked out while they were getting ready and together. So Olivia and Denali, that one was not given as much time as it needed, which is where I was like, I don't know, baby, I don't know. Once I saw Denali wanting to give Olivia the wig and the almost damn near the same outfit she walked into the workroom in, because it was blue. This, the one she came to the workroom in was white. This one's blue. I was like, oh, okay, she's turning her directly into Denali. So this is the assignment. Now, when Olivia brought up the dress that she wanted to give her in the wig, I didn't think that wasn't Olivia, like the judges were saying. I thought that was kind of her style. She's done pageantry drag on the show before. I don't know if it's because she's done more cutesy things that they just sort of didn't get that, but I thought that was going to be on brand. I thought so. So I didn't think they really had an issue there. Even when RuPaul came in and talked to them, I was just like, are they gonna have a problem? We'll get to that runway and Olivia's makeup in a few, because that was definitely a problem. Now, Tinaberner and Roseanne. I love how Tinaberner's confessionals are spent. I used to hate this bitch, and now I love her, and Roseanne was still jabbing, but it was like all for fun. It wasn't one of those like, fuck this bitch, but just, I'm nervous for Tina's style. I'm nervous for Tina's makeup skills. I'm nervous because my partner is Tina. That was Roseanne. Like, holy shit. Y'all gave me the lady that does not have any taste at all. And here we are. I gotta say, though, I did like Roseanne and Tina being a team. It felt like these two, of course, they've known each other, but not really. You know what I mean? By living in the same city. But it felt like this was the conversation that always needed to happen between the two. And the fact that they got a little bit closer was really sweet to watch. I am going to put this picture up, though. When I tell you, My nerves were bad after looking at this. They were bad. With Got Making Candy Muse, this was this may have been a little bit difficult only because of body typing and what clothes they brought that could help the other queen. Like, for example, Got Mick was wearing a DragCon outfit that Candy has worn before, but she's gonna have to take that sucker in to fit Got Mick properly because, you know, Got Mick is that, okay? And Candy over here, I'm thinking about got mixed like, girl, we're gonna have to put something together. I might have to sew something for you or glue something together and still give you the same got mix experience and the same palette work. Now, I thought, again, these two, they're gonna be fine. Like, regardless of if it's not working because of the clothes or it's not working because of things that aren't meshing as far as making everything fit, y'all love each other. We can see that. We can see the friendship between you two. That's gonna propel you through. And I was right. Simone and Utica was the scary one only because with Simone and Utica, this was like, you're talking about somebody, and y'all hear me on this. Hear me on this. Utica's white guilt was getting in her way. I appreciate an ally. I appreciate somebody who is aware and cognizant of the things that would affect other people that are not like them. Understandable. But I also can understand that everything's not going to be about race every 5 minutes. It's really not. Most times they are, but in this case, it wasn't. And this is Simone trying to put you in this Baps outfit that I was like, Jesus Christ, I am ready. And I was living for the concept behind Utica's because at first, when I was looking at it on Simone, I was like, what in the foreskin hell is this going on here? But then she started talking about the shedding of the skin and how it's like you can't get out of it. And then you saw later on the runway how the bodysuit looked, which we'll get to that in a second. And it was like, whoa, wait, oh, I get it. I get it. Like, I get it. And I like that Simone, while nervous, was like, I understand her. I am nervous still, but I understand her more. And that understanding is at least propelling me to be like, okay, bitch, I got to work this out and I got to wear it out. And then we get to Utica not wanting to wear this Baps outfit because she's like, I'm white and I don't want to be rude and I don't want to be like cultural appropriation. And this is also from the cancel culture, or I really should say the RuPaul Drag Race fandom in general, being very nasty and toxic. I'm not talking to you, my rant pack babies. Y'all my good people. There are some people though who are like, girl, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you had for breakfast that morning. I don't know if do you not know Jamie Lee Curtis? Do you not have activity in your life? Do you not poop regularly? Because that can really fuck up an attitude. It really can. Not going to the bathroom regularly. But to send hate, to send death messages, to send death threats, I do understand other countries also get these seasons super late sometimes. And then like people from season 6 are now getting dragged from something that happened years ago. But it's like, you got this bitch up here seriously thinking that we're about to attack her when Simone is putting her in a Baps outfit. It wasn't like Ariel Versace had a Baps outfit ready to go and was like, girl, we're gonna do Baps. That's not how that's not how that happened. It's not like Elliot with 2 T's had that outfit ready to go and they were like, oh bitch, we're gonna do Baps. It's my favorite movie, Black American Princess. Like, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. It was Simone. So when RuPaul came in, they were even having conversations about it and they were just getting their sort of spill. I like the fact that even though RuPaul gave one of the lightest answers and Loni Love gave me the full answer I was looking for, that would have been necessary in that situation, but it's the truth. Girl, what's in your heart? Are you doing this intentionally to be nasty or are you doing this out of love? Like, that's the difference. There's a difference between you making fun of something and you giving something praise or paying homage to, especially with what the challenge was with this being a makeover challenge, right? Nerves are bad. Utica's scared, but it's like, girl, pull it together. We'll get to the runway. Also, love the part where they had to get on the stage and they were teaching each other how to move like the other person. Denali, why were you having Olivia ice skate in heels? That was stupid. Love the fact that Tina knows Rose's accent, like the accents she puts on her moves. It's not just point, it's ha-da-da-da, point, hot turn, kick, boom, point. It was so funny. That was funny. Tina and Rose on that runway were hilarious because it's like, okay, I'm gonna do you, I'm gonna do you, I'm gonna do you. And Tina was like, Rose, chill. And Tina's like, oh, I got your I was here for that. Got Mick and Candy. Listen. You have a new friend in your life. They are Justin Bieber. You are Cardi B. Kandi is easy to do Got Mick because that's like walk, 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 puss, walk, 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 puss. But then you're talking about Kandi, who always be giving some kind of hard little bit. But at the same time, I was like, Kandi doesn't always do that when she's on the runway. So are we just doing this based off of like the ball challenge? And I can't remember the other time she was kind of aggressive when she was walking. That's why I was a little strange in the change with that one. But I also was entertained, but also cringed out by Got Mick doing the what's up? It's like that lady in that hip hop video on YouTube that had no business explaining to you how to do hip hop. That Bob's Burgers made a whole episode where Bob had to get dance lessons from Berlinda. I'll be watching Bob's Burgers after this edit. But that was cringy. It's a tad cringy, y'all. Tad cringy. But Simone and Utica, that was interesting. Simone teaching Utica the walk. It's like Simone's walk is everything. So when Utica got it, I said, "Oh, she's gonna be fashion. I low-key like love Utica's quirkiness, but man, when she wants to be pussy, honey, it's you can't touch that baby. And then when Utica was explaining to Simone, like, you know the Da Vinci painting where it's do with the arms? Great reference point. You need to make sure you're extending your arms and your legs, and it's almost as if the canvas is everything and that you can fill in any space. I lived for how Utica was walking on the stage and Simone's just like, okay. This is one of the reasons why I like this episode. We already know these queens from many episodes of No One Going Home, but also this was like the interactions between each other that storylines could progress naturally and we would know a little bit more about them. Really sweet moment between Got Mick and Kandi. I may miss other people's conversations that happened in between. Got Mick, that was another deeper explanation into that trans journey. And especially how they came into drag as them being a trans man. And of course, that was always something that we didn't need to have any business into because we should just be supporting these babies, all tea. But at the same time, people had questions because they wanted to be educated. Now, the other motherfuckers ain't gone somewhere. Fuck them people, okay? Protect our trans sisters and brothers. But when it comes to like that conversation, again, necessary and needed. And I'm really happy when Got Mick gets courage or feels comfortable to talk about those things because a lot of people don't want to have those conversations. A lot of people don't want to have those tough talks when it's really, this is someone's life they're living, okay? I didn't know Got Mick was adopted. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, we found out that today. Anne has a sister, but the sister is the biological child of the family. Oh, interesting. Like, what an interesting dynamic. And I love that they're supportive of him. So it's like, Then, of course, Kandi's, it's her time to shine now and talk about her life story and this, that, and the other. Not necessarily the life story, but how they were picked on, the things that they were insecure about. To be honest with you, Kandi, no shade. This was like 2 episodes ago, too, and a little bit earlier than that. Like, we had this conversation. And I feel like this is an insecurity that's still playing out for you. But also, I'm like, I mean, bitch, you got the confidence. You got it in you. But I also know about people putting on a mask sometimes and needing to, like, just show they good. And when they get home, baby, maybe a different story. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you really are till you're alone by yourself, girl. I'll tell you that. There's also a lovely conversation with Olivia and Denali, too, about their drag inspirations. I love where Denali gets her inspiration from. I think that's everything. Like, she said a black belt, and I was like, child, I'm in. And, of course, Olivia with her aunts and family members, I believe mother and aunts that really were, like, guiding forces for Olivia. Olivia, you have a beautiful family, by the way. Actually, all of y'all do, honestly. Like, I was seeing pictures of each other's families from certain people. Kandi, your mom is gorgeous, by the way. I was like, go on, bitch. I was like, go on, sis. I live. That's an untucked conversation when Kandi's mom pops in. But yeah, I again, this was a good episode. I like these moments. Sometimes I don't really care for it, but this week I was feeling the love. I was feeling the love this week. Again, this episode I was entertained by. If I forgot anything, y'all, before I go ahead and get to this runway part, we'll talk about it on the panel Sunday. And I'm sure Dooley, Chris, Blakisha, Jamar, and if my special guest D to watch this episode for sure are gonna be like, Matt, you forgot, let's talk about, okay? But let's go ahead and get to this runway. Bring it to the runway, please. The makeover challenge. Doppelganger? Doppelgangers. Clap, clap. I just realized this episode's called Freaky Friday Queens. Like they changed over each other's bodies? Yeah. All right. Cool. Y'all remember the original Freaky Friday? Wasn't that the one with Jodie Foster? Like, way back in the day? I'm not talking about the Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan movie. No, baby. I'm talking about the one with Jodie Foster. Rupaul, I love this. This is new. I've never seen you wear this kind of look before. I like the open chestable part right here. It's a nice little look. I love this look. I'm gonna be for real with you. I was like, oh, this is new. I liked it. Wig was nice, not too wide, a little tall, a good 5-story building. Three-story building. And I love this red on you. Red is one of my favorite colors. So yeah, Rue, this is fire. Michelle looks good. Carson's there. Hey, friend. And then Loni Love. Hey, baby. Welcome back to the show. You're a great guest judge. Low key, for future seasons, I can see them doing recurring judges. Not like that whole Khloe Kardashian situation, but with them coming back 3 to 4 times, because it's like they know some of the queens by now and they've seen them not like, oh, the next week, but it's like, oh, I'm back after 2 weeks, you've been gone. Ooh, look at where your drag went. That kind of bit. I like that a little bit. What do y'all think of that? Okay, let's continue. Category is drag doppelgangers. First up is Rose as Tinaberner. It's consistent with Tina. I don't like this. I like the reveal. I thought the reveal was cute. That makeup was abusive. I feel a hate crime was performed on Rose's face. What? What? There was no softening of that mug. Like, there was not one piece of Charmin tissue that hit that face, bitch. I promise you. What is this face going through? Yikes. Oh, Tina. This was a crime. I did like the reveal. I didn't care for the dress. I don't like that wig, man. I'm sorry, y'all. This was a chop. Gross chop. No, chop. Rose, I now miss you in Tool. For real. No. No. Tinaberner is next as Rose. Rose, I was not ready to see this look on Tina. I'm gonna be real with you. Bitch, you softened the shit out that face. I think Rose did a damn good job. This outfit is very Rose. I think that Tina embodied the piss out of Rose, especially with all the extras or whatever. I thought Tina looked great. I thought Tina looked really good this episode. It's been a while. That yellow episode, I was here for, Tina. I was here for your taxi look, but this was cute. I enjoyed this doppelganger interpretation. Next up is Olivia as Denali. I like the outfit. Of course, I like the wig. Guess what I don't like? What the fuck is that makeup going through on that face? What is that? What's happening here? Hello? Hi, it's me. Yes, it's me, a cleansing wipe. All of this, like, ew. I'm sorry, yuck. No, I hated that, but it's the look itself. The look itself, not bad. The look itself is Denali T, all the way down. But that makeup, the eye, and this lid on my drag. Hated it, and I hate the whole skate thing, but Olivia, I love you, honey. Denali is up next, and she's as Olivia. Okay, here gotta be real with you. Bitch, I thought Denali was bodied down in that dress, and I thought the dress looked really good on her, and I thought everything looked fabulous. I honestly thought Denali looked good. I did. I read somebody on Twitter, one of my good friends was like, Olivia painted Denali old. I didn't see that. Maybe because of how much makeup we saw on on Olivia's face that was no longer there, that is now a softer blend on Denali. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I thought this was actually a really good look that was put together. I guess the judges felt like it wasn't Olivia, but I thought it was. I thought we had seen her in a yellow version of this or in another kind of version of that. But then again, Next up is Simone. Were y'all ready for this? Da 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 da. No, I'm just playing. The bodysuit underneath that's literally supposed to be like the muscle tissue, like all that. Excellente. The fact that this is just a piece of fabric, but there's an actual story of interpretation with this really goes into it. The wig is insane. It's amazing. Simone sold the look. Sold that look to me, and I got very Utica. Did y'all get that too? It was like that. Yeah, she would have came down the runway just like that. Like I very much got that conceptualness of it all. All you were missing, Simone, is to lay down the runway at one point in time. That was the only thing you were missing. Okay, I'm looking off to the side. Next up is, oh, bitch. Oh, look at this walk. I'm so proud of Utica. I'm so proud of her. Oh, it was so messy. Ooh. Utica queen, Utica queen, Utica. Listen, I was trying to think, was this the Niecy look? I was trying to figure out if this was the Niecy look because of the leopard, because I'm like, which one was which? I forget if Halle Berry's character was Niecy or if it was the other lady who recently passed away, unfortunately, that was in Baps. But the hair gave me Halle Berry. The outfit gave me Niecy. Girl, this was every fucking thing. And if y'all haven't seen Baps, who I know some people were watching this like, is it really something I need to see? It's not the best movie ever. It will never be the best movie ever, but there are so many quotable lines in there. Halle Berry still being monotone, but trying to act a little hood is so interesting to me. The story itself was it's a fun movie, y'all. Like, please watch it. It was a part of my childhood. I grew up with that Babs shit. So seeing Utica come down in this look and ensemble, knowing Simone put her in it, and also knowing that Simone could have wore this, it just made everything so much better. Utica, your walk was pussy, darling. The way you presented yourself was pussy. Yeah. It was, them two were my tops of the week, period. I was very much happy that they were able to embody each other and do it so well. The judges were living. They were like, oh my God, she finally did it. Next up is Got Mick. And this is a cutout version of something that Candy's worn for DragCon before, because a lot of people were calling it out online. I liked it. I like this look. I do. It does give me very Candy. I can see that. Got Mick was doing a lot on that runway. Got Mick was doing a lot on that runway. I was like, Candy? But yeah, kinda. That's kinda Candy. Okay. Candy Muse is next. I'll be real with you. I like this. Yup. I did. I liked it. Matty, no. I'm not hating on this baby every episode. I can't do it. Sorry. If I like it, I like it. The wig was right. The wig was right. That wig was everything to me. I was like, ooh, I want that wig, but not in that neon. This gives me Got Mick. It's that same sort of paint structure, sort of tease, the black and white sort of feel. This isn't, I don't think, I feel like for what it's worth, this was a well put together look. Honestly, it was. This gave me Got Mick. It gave me Got Mick. Even when Candy was going down the runway, I was like, yeah, that's her. I see it. I wasn't mad at it. I like this look. I did. I can really hear my live chat comment section right now. I pray y'all ain't losing a brick over this. I really did like it. I did. I thought it was good. I thought this was a decent runway for the majority of what it's worth. Judging commences, and it's a little bit strange. I felt like certain things weren't called out the way they should have been. Like, you're praising Tina for giving Rose a smoky eye, but you're forgetting that she didn't even finish the rest of her face. Oh, it was? Ooh, okay. I felt like they went a little hard on Olivia, in my opinion, towards Denali's look, whereas they didn't go hard enough on Denali for the eye makeup or just makeup period on Olivia's face. Like, all that's fine with the wig and all that kind of shit, but you need to, let's talk about the mug, because it's rock, and I wasn't here for that. I felt like there were other moments, too, that got a little higher in praise for certain situations. I was very pleased with the Simone and Utica bit, but I felt that there was critiques they missed out on or stuff that they could have highlighted more from certain queens that would have made it seem more balanced, because it did feel a little off. This is just my opinion, y'all. I don't know how you felt about it, but I was like, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Wait, why didn't you talk about this? Wait, you could have said that, but this was lovely. I'm not on the panel, but I have one. Now, my favorite part of this judging, y'all, the ultimate question of shadiness. Ultimate question of shade. Who should go home and why? The majority of people chose Olivia based on this challenge. But I was looking at how Olivia looked and I was like, did you mean to say Denali? Because that face is fucked. Then I'm also thinking like, so we're not going to put Tina in this situation because Roseanne don't look good either. I was a little bit impressed by that. A little bit. Olivia said Utica, and that was just simply based on the entire competition. Okay, I guess. Then Denali said Candy, which is what struck Candy's nerve. It was like, how dare you say that? I mean, what is Denali going to do? I'm sorry, you're my partner, but I'm putting you here because of tonight's challenge. No, that's not going to happen. So it was a lot of Olivia's, one Utica and one Candy. Can we not do this based off of this week's challenge anymore? Y'all need to start getting real. If I'm looking at this competition from a whole and seeing who can go further after this week's episode, that's how I would answer that question. Like, it wouldn't be, because of this week's episode, I'm going to say this person needs to go home. I'm going to put the whole thing together. Because it's like, she's good this week, but what happens next week? And let's say I got to be her partner and she's shit. No. Once everything is said and done, the winner of this week's challenge in their judges groups is Simone and Utica. That's the third win for Simone and the first for Utica. Congratulations, queens. Y'all deserved it. Y'all deserved it. Y'all deserved it. And I am going to talk about your moment untucked because I got emotional, like, listening to you two talk to each other. And it felt like a sister, you've been on my mind. It was very that, but let's get to it. Now, bottoms are Olivia and Denali, because we're doing this as groups. Got Mick and Candy had to be second. Or your third was Candy. So your third was Tinaberner and Roseanne. And so that leaves, that leaves Denali and Olivia. Okay, now, a lot of people were speculating that this should have been the time for a double save. If there was a different song, I would agree with you. But once again, RuPaul's Drag Race has gone into the vault and pulled out a song that nobody asked to hear again from Mary Mary. I just want to praise him. Listen, I like this song, but I liked it a whole lot better like 8 years ago. 7, 6, 5, 4 years ago. Years ago. Y'all, this is season 1 music. Y'all have so many songs that need redemptions, and you chose that one. Not Oops, I Did It Again, because you owe us that again. Not I Will Survive, you know you owe us that again. There are a couple of songs that were boo trash, Wendy Testaberger boo, that were on Drag Race that deserve redemptions. This wasn't one of them. So, and also, now, I'm going to be a little critical here because your boy was raised in the church, okay? So, the church I went to wasn't the one that's known for dancing and shouting and stuff like that. Those are other churches, all right? Other ones that do the mime performances at the beginning and all that kind of stuff, the hand praises, all of that. So for me personally, when I saw these two doing a bunch of this, it was this spread wide inside, come on out. This spread wide inside, come on out. And I'm seeing this Denali pull up the dress a little bit, trying to give a little leg. I said, girl, what Latrice Royale performance have you watched? So to me, I was thrown off a bit by the performance level of it all. I wanted it to be a little bit more gospel-y, but then I'm also thinking to myself, I've heard the song before. I just was a little disappointed in the music choice because you had so many other songs to do. Plus, if you wanted to go the gospel route, there are other updated songs that are actually really dope to listen to that are a vibe that could have presented what would have been better for me on this runway personally. Did I hate the lip sync? No. Did I think they should have used a different song? Yes. Did I feel that the song affected the performance? Absolutely. So, to be real, a lot of people wanted to double save this week. I would have been okay with it because honestly, I liked Denali as the episode progressed more than I have in the past couple of episodes. And I felt really bad that I felt like I didn't give this baby a chance when I was watching the show. But then again, camera is time and time is camera, and sometimes you don't get the best time on camera. So it's like, But I know a lot of y'all love Denali, and I thought Denali was a threat and a force, but Denali unfortunately was eliminated this week on Drag Race. Olivia, you were saved. Denali, you left with grace and poise, though. You did. You did. You left wonderfully, and I want to see her in All Stars badly. I think I need Denali to get that year, like, okay, center yourself. We're gonna rechange this. We're gonna keep that. I just want to see a better outline. No, yeah, I just think that she needs. Not even that she needs anything. It's more so maybe not this group. Maybe not this group. But another group that you would be in, you could shine really bright. Because this group there's a lot of personalities, lots of people. But I think she has a good chance on All Stars, and I would like to see more of Denali. And I think that this was just a tough crowd of people to be mixed in with to like really shine. You know what I mean? She did a great job in the beginning episodes and certain things that were happening we saw here and there, but it was like Denali just could not reach that next step and get. Yeah, it was just a little tough. It was a little tough for that baby. But all my love to you, Denali. Take care, Chicago Queen. Your sister Dita's gonna be on this show tomorrow, and I can't wait to hear her thoughts on your elimination and all that good stuff. But Olivia is saved. There are 7 queens left in the game. We're almost there, babies. We're almost there. Untucked was like Untucked was more of almost an apology to each other, like. Yeah, that was tough, y'all. We had to say each other's names. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Or Candy, I don't know why you said my name. And it was like, Candy kind of, I don't know why it was such a big deal that someone said your name. I know it's probably because you think there's nothing wrong with you, or there was nothing wrong with you in that moment to where someone could say your name. But if they said your name, it's for a reason. And I respect Denali for apologizing when they really did not have to. You know what I mean? And I felt very empathetic for Denali and Untucked. Like, oh my God, this baby is really sad. But you don't have to tell nobody why you did what you did. You said what you said because you said what you said. That's what you felt. You felt that she should go home. She should go home. She gonna check you on you saying her name and now you're apologizing for that. I appreciate Candy for apologizing back, but not that you had to like go for her to get the apology to then apologize back. At the same time, y'all, stop sending Candy fucking hateful messages. Logged in this morning on Twitter. Y'all, why? Da, 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 da. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's just, oh my God, it's TV. I can't. Like, I'm sure they have each other's phone numbers, girl. Like, come on now. The Simone and Utica moment, though, was where my heart was full. It was the way they were speaking to each other. It felt so genuine and real. The respect was there. The love to know their work and their art. They see each other. I love that. From Utica and Simone. Their words, when Utica mentioned that Simone was powerful on the stage and that Utica wanted to exude that, I saw it. And when Simone was like, I just wanted to give you and do the best you I could, I saw it. And that was a moment in Untucked. I got a little emotional like listening to those two because it really felt like, I see you, bitch. And it wasn't some sort of like, I'm gonna make this because we want to be on TV. It was like, girl, thank you. Girl, thank you too. I love you. I love you too. It was sweet. I like that. It was good stuff. Everyone's learning their lip syncs, this, that, and the other. Denali, of course, was eliminated like we talked about. But what I thought was this really sweet moment is Denali was, when she got all those letters, she's like, I was looking for something like this. I didn't have something like this before. And I feel like I have this now where I've never gotten this before. Like almost like this love and abundance this kind of way, which I think she has, but this was still kind of a shock. It's like, oh wow, people are gonna miss me. Or not even, I mean, she can still believe that, but also still be surprised that, holy shit, they are, you know what I mean? So I thought that was sweet. Untucked wasn't too much of a, a heavy shade fest like we all thought, because the question was asked who should go home. But again, these queens have been around each other long enough now. It's like, do we need to go down this rabbit hole of fuck yous? Okay. All right, everybody. That was RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13, Episode 10. Tell me what you thought of this week's episode. Who were your favorite teams? What did you think of the psychic readings? What did you think of, the pairings? What did you think of the runway? What did you think of the judges? What did you think of the judging? What did you think of the lip sync? What did you think of Untucked? Tell me down below in the comment section, please, if you would. And hit that like button on the way. And share and subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Thanks for tuning in. Catch me tomorrow for the panel, 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you then with my special guest, Dita Ritz, and the rest of the panel, honey. Talk to you later. Bye.